Assalamu alaikum and hello. I'm Azmat Shah from Drupak, and in Drupal site building, this is day 4 in the Mega DDCTP training. Today we will continue with the views we started in the lecture 3 or day 3 of Drupal site building. And some topics include grouping views filters, creating slideshows in views, and views attachments. We will also create entity reference views, and actually these will be abundantly used in the mini project which we will be building in this lecture, and that is creating a project management and task management application. This will greatly increase your data modeling skills in Drupal, and there will be a lot of things to cover, so let's dive in. So as I have already told you, views is a massive module, so we'll spend time working on views, and again we are on the students view we had created. So a recap, this is going to be the section for filters. So in your custom SQL query, one thing in the preview right now we are not able to see any query. So if you go to the global views setting, if I go to structure and then views, and there you will see settings. So here if you check this show the SQL query and save, and now if I refresh the preview, update preview, so you can see any view which has the associative SQL query that will be shown at the bottom of the screen, right? So you can see if view is generating something, it is based on this SQL query. Actually you can copy it, maybe change some aliases, and just go to your favorite database editor like PHP admin, and you can get the same records. Got it? Okay, so this is filter criteria. So you can have groups in the filter as well. So if I click on add, and rather not add, but if I add or rearrange, so here you can see this is by default it is ANDed. Content should be published and content type is equal to students. So you can create other groups also, create filter group, and this will be either AND or, and then you can add further things. So if you have more than one filters, for example, just for the sake of this, if title starts with something is equal to, so we will choose starts with, right, and the value should be whatever, maybe starts with AF, for example, apply. So this is the third filter we have added. So we can create another group, create new filter group like this, and we can move this one to this, and this can either be or and. What is difference between or and and?
And mean both the conditions should be true.
Exactly. And or means only
one condition.
one condition of the two. So if this one gets true, it won't shift to this one if it is or. But if it is and, so both the conditions, this and these and this will have to be true in order to make some decisions. We will make it and. So now you can see there are two groups in the filter. So you can, for example, you can even have 10 or 20 filters, and they can be grouped with and or, something like this. Hope this is clear. So if there is any scenario like this, we will then do it. Okay. In the relationship, we can have more than one relationship, and this we will also do in a practical demonstration today. And similarly, contextual filters, we can have more than one contextual filter. One more interesting thing is, if you click on the path and you read about this path stuff, So this view will be displayed by visiting this path on your site. You may use percent or named routes like this in your URL. So I can even change this to admin/percent/students, something like this. So this percent will then be contextual filter ID, and the path will be admin/something/students. Got it? But we are not going to use it for now. If there is some use, we will surely go for it, so that you know there are such things. Okay, if I save this and if I view page, if I click on computer science, why is it not showing?
The ID is not there. That will be on the base of contextual filters.
Okay, so maybe we have messed up the. Have we removed? No, this is. Let me for now remove the contextual filter to make things easier. So now we are given the relationship if we need to. Let me remove these. Basically I want to show you something else.
Department one also.
Have we deleted all the content or what? The students? No, they are there. Okay, so the content type is okay. Maybe let me remove this filter also, because no name probably starts with that. So we are able to see all the records now. Okay, actually I wanted to show you one very powerful feature in views, and that is, for example, this is article. If I go now to the page, this is the page. Okay, so this is father name, this is domicile, this is department, this is name. I want to surround it with some markup. Okay, so if I inspect it right now, this, so it is this views field title and then the link. Okay,
Yes.
but I want to have some div, some classes, whatever, some, maybe if you are using Tailwind CSS, some Tailwind CSS classes. Okay,
Yes.
so what we can do is, if I go to the view now and I'm on the title, this one is title, so there are few settings. The formatter is, this is something which comes from the field formatters, but if I uncheck this link to title, and you can see there are some options. Customize field HTML. So how should you display this? I can choose maybe all of these divs, HTML elements. So for example, I want this to be shown as h2. Okay, you can even add classes, so you can add some classes, bg-10 x-20 or something like this, whatever, and apply. Okay, and if I save it now, so you can see now it is title
H2.
and it is h2, and you can see even the classes are
Yes, sir.
there, right? So you can add markup like this here. Is this clear?
Yes.
Okay, next step is, if I go back to the view and I click on this title, so this is one option you can add. Even the labels, the field wrappers, everything is customizable. But if I will uncheck this now, And what else I can do is we can rewrite the same thing differently. So this is rewrite results. Okay, we touched it previously as well. So if I want to make it a link, I will output this field as a custom link, but I'm not going to make it a link. I will override the output of this field with custom text. So this is custom text. So for example, I can add any div. For example, if you want to display some row in 2 columns, so in Tailwind you can add flex or classes around this, whatever. Okay, so this is one div. I will call it class is equal to heading custom, and then another div, and here for example I want to print the, so how can I get the same? So this is going to be a title, this one, and title. Okay, apply. So now I have customized it. If I go to the output of it, you can see this is a div and
Yes, sir.
this is clear. Okay, I will now go to edit view. So this these things you will do a lot in your custom theming, in case if you just want to do it from the views interface. Now I can create a duplicate of this page template. You can have a lot of these from here. By the way, I will make this part of this lecture. This is attachment, a tab in the add displays attachment. This is something we also need to study, but I already have one image open for you, and this is Drupal 6 attachment views. This was a book by J. Ayn Green, which was just based on this one view tab attachment. So you can just imagine the power of views. If just one display type or a URL has a particular book, this means how powerful can be each and every feature of views. And as we progress in this course, we will basically know different other powerful features, but these are just the basics for now. Okay, so you can exactly duplicate rather than doing something from scratch, you can just duplicate a tab. So this is the page. I can duplicate this. You can see I will just click on it, and this is the clone of that display tab. And to quickly remove some fields, one trick is you will click on rearrange, and here I will just leave the title and image. The rest I will remove. Domicile, father name, date of birth, title and picture, these two only. And notice this for, so you must make yourself habitual of this. You should always look at it. If you make it all displays, so the changes will be on all displays. So make it this page and apply. So now we will have just two things, title and picture. And let us make the picture bigger. How can I do it? Now you know how.
Yes, sir.
Click on it,
Yes, sir.
and here the formatter should be some, sorry, not the formatter, image style should be maybe the one we created. What was its name? Style days. Apply and save. Okay, now this still is in the table format. I want it to be in the grid. Do you know what grid is?
Yes.
Okay, so this is responsive grid which comes in core, and what should be the width of the, and should be horizontal or vertical or whatever. So maximum number of columns 3, minimum grid cell width this, gutter width this,
13. Make it
maximum 3. Okay, and apply and save. Okay, one thing, the paths are the same because we cloned it, so we need to change it to admin/student/grid. I will change it to /grid. Apply and save. Now if I go to view the page, so the stuff now is in grid format, but what else we have? Okay, it's fine. Why is it showing in 2 columns? Okay, any guesses why is it showing in 2 columns? This is one record, this is another, this is another, both are in.
Due to the limited space.
No.
No, sir. Individual record can be shown in a grid, sir.
No, if you remember, we had changed the manage display of this into 2 columns using layout builder.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, exactly.
And why is it showing like this in view? Because you can see the show is content. This is very I mean, I had forgotten this feature so far. So by you can show content in view mode style. If the aim is to show it in view modes,
Yes.
then the setting here is content. Okay, but we are going to show it in fields. So now that setting will
Yes, sir.
be removed. You need to make this distinction. Now it is individual fields.
Yes, sir.
Previously it was basically if we choose the content again, and then we will have to choose the view mode. Which view mode? These view modes.
Yes, sir.
Image left, content right,
Yes, sir.
something like this, right? So maybe teaser is also taking one of those. Got it? So I will change it back to fields and apply. Now it is in the title and picture,
Yes, sir.
and save it. We'll save it. So now you can see it is in 3 and with the same pagination. If you remember, how had we described views? Visual query builder and
Yes, sir.
what?
And display
Engine, display engine.
Display engine. Yes, sir.
So it's just not is a query builder actually, but it also helps you display content in multiple styles, right? Edit view, and you can even have the same setting now again. So it should be in h2 with some class, and I will hide the label, or maybe this. For the picture I also need to hide the label and apply, so it will now be a bit better. You can see now it is a title and with.
Yes.
Once we are into theming, so we will have more granular control for all these things, but for now just take it like this, that we can create any displays like these. Okay, now I will add one more tab. Look how easy it is for you to clone even. Okay, so this is now a page and its path is admin students grid. Now I want to create a block. What? Block. So even here there is an option, duplicate as block.
Yes.
Duplicate as
No.
block. So now I can rename it to whatever. This is for admin purposes, so that you can remember it in future. So I will call it home page. Are the students, right? Students, for example. So what is the difference between a page and a block? This block, now we have a block which we can place on the home page.
Yes, sir.
So if I go to home page, here I want to place that block, right? So what I will do?
Yes, sir. Go to the
Structure,
block
go
layout.
to block layout,
Yes, sir.
and there is a region which is known as hero, this
Yes,
one.
sir. Okay.
For now I will place it here. It is above the content, right?
Yes.
So this region is, and let me click on the demonstrate block region. So this is that hero width,
Yes.
which is full width. Okay, so here I need to place the block view. So student, home page student, this is that block, and I will just save it as items per page, maybe for 12 for now. Save block and save. I go to the site now, so there are these 3 blocks. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and maybe I don't need to show the pagination for now. Are we on the block? Okay, so let me remove this area. And what else we can add?
So this is not a block. You're not on a block. So home page. Stop.
Okay, sorry. So here we need to remove the some extra tabs, maybe there are. Okay, if you don't want a pager, maybe just you want to display some items, so you can click on display specified number of items. Maybe we want to display 12 items. Apply. Clear?
Yes.
And save. So the 3 items are now showing, but rather 12 items
Yes, sir.
on the home page. Okay,
Yes, sir.
and then the rest of the stuff. Now maybe you have a requirement to show this in the slideshow, a slideshow.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so there are many slideshow modules in Drupal for views. For example, Slick views. Slick is a JavaScript library, and there are many such modules, but one of them which I have liked these days, and that is vanilla JavaScript views slide show, and it has a very unique VVJS. If you forget it, just Google VVJS Drupal, so you will end up on this slideshow. So what are your guesses? For example, if you can read something about this module, this is one of the skills you will have to have as a Drupal developer. Just go to some module page and you should read some description and you should know what the module does. Okay, so just this name is enough for me. The Vanilla Views Suite is a collection of 9 powerful Drupal modules designated to enhance the visual in this. So if there is views, what do you mean it will do?
It will change the page view.
It will give you an extra display setting. Just like if you go to, for example, if I go to this view, and this is the format. So this is the whole for display format. Right now we have table, unformatted list, responsive grid we use just, then the grid, HTML list, and so on.
Yes.
So most probably it will add a setting here, a new setting. Okay, so such extra modules add such extra settings to the views display. So I will download this. How can I do it?
Copy the
Composer.
link and via
Composer, direct, come and paste it. Next step is
enabling it.
direct brush en VVJS.
Yes, sir. VVJS.
Okay, the module has been enabled. So I now want to make the home page view just we added into a slideshow.
Yes, sir.
So how can I do it? I will just edit it,
Yes.
and we are on the home page students view, and rather than this, as I said, there will be now a new setting which is views vanilla JavaScript slideshow. Apply. Okay, so it has now all the fields in it, and even it to see an example, check that this example view by clicking here to edit. So it has even an example view to set if you want to test it. Okay, so it has all these settings: time in seconds, 5 seconds, slide navigation arrows, show arrows at top of the slideshow, on the sides, and some maybe we can make it on the sides. We can make dots appear. You will see what it does. Then slide from the bottom, total, or maybe left and right. Slide from top, and all of these things, and apply. Just this, and save. So hopefully it will have something on the home page now, and the slideshow is ready. Once we have learned the theming, so you can even customize these things then according to your own design, right?
Yes, sir.
So you have everything ready, and even the dots are moving and working. So how difficult or tough it was to enable a slideshow in Drupal? Just enabling a new module, creating a view, and it reinforces the fact that views just not is a query builder, it is a display engine also. Just with one click you were able to add slideshow. Okay, one question: this image is shorter than we will like it to be, so what can we do?
Give it with 100%.
The format.
Without CSS, I want to do it from Drupal's or PHP.
So we have to click on the column.
If I open the image in new tab, so exact size of the image is this. Okay, that's why it's showing smaller. So what we can do is we can create a new
Thumbnail size.
exactly. So we will go to configuration, then image styles, and maybe for example I create a new image style, and that is slideshow underscore 1200 or 1600 cross underscore 999, or maybe 1300 is fine for now. So this is just the name, right?
Yes.
And here we will add a resize, add, so 1300 and 900, 999 or what?
Yes.
Okay, both will work, and save. Now this has been saved as a new image style. We can reuse it throughout the site. So now I want to change the view to this. So what I will do, I'll go to the view.
Yes, sir.
This is the edit view, and I will just click on the picture. Here
Yeah,
that
format, yes,
image
sir.
which we created is now there.
Yes, sir.
Right now its quality won't be good because maybe we have uploaded a smaller size image, but you should upload a larger size image
Yes, sir.
like this, and maybe with CSS you can then change it to whatever you want. Hope this is clear.
Yes, sir.
And as I said, there are multiple slideshow modules in Drupal, so it's all your choice which one you want to
Yes,
use.
sir.
Okay, I'll go back to the views we have been creating in the student. These are the student views. Student. Okay, so right now we have 4 tabs. Okay, so you can add extra tabs also. And one thing is, I'm on the home page students, and I can add attachment.
Yes, sir.
So attachment means just normal view, but maybe I can add just top 5 students, something like this. Okay, just for the demo purpose. This attachment, apply. So these are these students, and I will just show not 10 but 5, or 5 is fine. Apply. Okay, so this is an attachment we have created, which can be any other view, whatever it is. Okay, and there is a setting attached to not defined. What does this mean? If I click on it, so this attachment is attached to, so we will attach it to recent students. So wherever the recent students block is shown, this attachment will be part of it. as a separate view. And attachment position is before or after. So for now I will leave it as after. Even it has setting for both also, but I will make it before. And inherit contextual filters, you know what contextual filters now are, so by default it is yes, and save. By the way, you should make a habit of renaming your tabs so that in future you know what these are. So for example, I will click on it and this is the name, so I will make it home students attachment before. So you maybe tomorrow even you forget what this attachment is, so this name will help you, and save. So do I need to enable any module now, sorry, any block now to show this?
No, sir,
This is a question.
I think, sir, we have already shown that block.
Which block? This block.
Yes, sir.
We already have shown this block, which is a slideshow now.
Yes, sir.
This home page is a slideshow now, right? So this attachment will be with it already somewhere.
I think you have attached that with the recent student.
Okay, so maybe that's the problem. Attachment home page students, we need to, yes,
sir.
you are right, it is home page students. Okay, one more thing, you can even attach it with more than one
Yes, sir.
displays.
Yes, sir.
And save. Thank you, Afaq. So if I go to this now, so you can see wherever you enable the block, slideshow block, there will be an attachment with it. Okay, this is in real world, this can be, for example, maybe you have a recent blogs, a recent news blog, right? So you want to show with any recent news, you want to show 5 past news also, or archived news also. So you can make an attachment and show it with the particular view. It's clear? Similarly, we can have an attachment after the block also. Okay, what else we can do here in the view? Okay, so this is header and footer. So any view can have some area, some header type stuff. So you can even add custom text. For example, if I add text area and apply, so if I just want maybe h2, this is coming from I think my keyboard is not functioning well. So you can add anything in the header section like this, and it will show at the top of any of your views. So it can be, let me go back here. So there can be, for example, rendered block, even blocks can be embedded in a view at the top, rendered entity content. So for example, if I just click on this, and not all displays but this one, view mode and content ID. So for example, I want to display 10, node 10, which view mode? Maybe full content or image right, content left, and apply. So this one now is going to be which number node? 10.
10 number now.
In a home page students view, and save. Let's check if it is working. So this is the area, this is edit view. Let me remove this one and rendered entity username from the first row. Okay, you can even add replacement patterns also into this, and you have all these tokens also available. This is all very powerful, and as I said, if we go to and start doing any of these settings, it will take a lot of time. So as we proceed on towards building some mini projects, so you will know how to use these effects, these extra settings. Okay, so now let us do some real project so that you know how to model content in Drupal and then show it in views. So we'll start with, I already have a document ready for that, and that is this mini project management application in Drupal. So in this assignment, you or we will develop a mini project management application similar to Jira or Trello. So if you, how many of you have worked in Jira?
I have.
Okay, so it will be something like Jira. This application will allow designated users to create projects, assign team members, and manage tasks with different statuses. This practical exercise will help you understand content modeling, user roles and permissions, and even workflow management, which we already have studied a bit, but it will be in a different style. And then Drupal's capabilities of building custom applications. So we'll just take a small break, and when I am back, we'll have a new Drupal installation so that everything is from zero. We already have some content in this site, so I don't want to make even I want to have a separate site for all of this, and installation also will be ready, and we'll be ready to kick off with this project. So some of the peculiarities of this will be user management. So we will have some roles like administrator, project manager, and team member. Administrators can manage all aspects of the system. Project managers can create projects, manage all tasks within their projects, and team members can only view projects they are assigned to and update their assigned tasks. Then we will have a project entity, which is content type actually project, and the task entity, and views and displays. So
we already worked on it on custom.
yeah, so even you had an application which you had designed something like this,
Yes,
right? So we will now redo it in Drupal.
Yes.
So meet you after the break. Welcome after the break, and we have a brand new Drupal install, and it's about, we'll have that project built in it, the assignment actually. So I will, and my main focus is you should be very strong in modeling content in Drupal, and that's where this assignment is. Let me recap. We need a Jira or a Trello like project management app, mini project management app. So we'll have projects posted by users, and then tasks can be assigned to users in a particular project. This is very important. So I will models. I will use some tables. So maybe we will start with the user table. Columns will be 3 or 4 or 5, and okay. So let me name it users, UID, name, username, email, password, and active, something like this. Check, this will be a boolean.
Yes.
Okay, I have a question. I also want to have the person who creates a user, that reference should also be there. How can I know which user was created by which user. For example, if I am I have some role and I want to create users.
Yes.
I'm not an admin,
Yes.
but then at the end of the day I want to know I created maybe 10 users. How can I know I created 10
Due
users?
to the self-referencing table.
Good. So we need to have something like this here.
Yes, sir.
We need to have an extra column.
Created by.
Insert column. This is insert created by.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then what will it mean? For example, I am admin, so my name will be admin, email is whatever @gmail.com, password this. It will be encrypted in database, active, and I am created by nobody, so null. But then if there is a user too who is a FAQ, his email is this, password is this, active, and he has been created by admin, so it will be 1. Similarly, if FAQ creates some users, so that users it will be 2, and so on. So this is logically you should think about this column.
Yes.
Like this, but then how Drupal does it, we will do that in Drupal's way. But one thing, do we need to create this table in Drupal database?
No, sir.
Because by default you have people.
Yes.
So this is already done for you. Maybe we just will have to do some trick to create the created by column.
Yes.
The next is, so we have users, and this is the user management. Then we will create, the users will be able to create projects. So a projects table. Insert table, maybe 5 or 6 columns here. So PID, project ID,
Yes, sir.
title,
Yes, sir.
description, and
UID.
which user created it.
Yes,
So
Role.
these users, yes, rules again will be, we can have a separate table, we will create it. Okay, good point. Okay, so author means which user created this.
Yes, sir.
So for example, if a user is 2, so he has created this one web development project. Okay, so 2 number author has created this project, means this is the owner of this, and we can have other fields also. Okay, active means this project is active or not,
Status.
and status means is it done in progress or something like this. So that status can be added here.
In progress. Sir.
In progress. Okay, then we have tasks.
Tasks.
So tasks also should be a table, and it will have maybe 3 fields, 3, 4, 5, 6 fields. Okay, so TID means task ID,
Yes, sir.
title, description.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
Project ID.
maybe a task is defined to more than one user.
Yes.
Okay, so what should we do with such tasks?
To create a junction table.
To create a
Junction.
junction table, and in which project this lies. So if it is going to be in one project only, then we will have PID.
Yes.
PID means
Project
reference
ID.
to this. So maybe for example it is part of this one, so it will be 1. And who created the task? So we can have author for a task also. This comes default by Drupal, but we don't need it probably, because we are associating
With the project.
tasks with projects this way, right? So for now this is enough. Then we will have fields like
Deadline.
deadlines, those fields, so we can add them directly. Title, description, assigned to, status, to do, in progress, this, priority, low, and due date. Those fields we will create, but for the sake of simplicity I am going to skip them here. Okay, so users, projects, tasks, and as I said, if a task is assigned to more than one user, so what we will do, we'll create a junction table. So we'll call it tasks and users junction or whatever, and here it will be, please tell me what it will have.
Task ID.
Task ID and
User ID.
UID.
Yes,
So
sir.
for example, if one number task is assigned to 2, similarly one number task is assigned to 4 number user. So it means one task is assigned to 2 users. Alright? And how Drupal does this, I have now told you many times.
Through reference entity.
Entity reference. So
Yes, sir.
in the task entity reference, we will create an entity reference to users.
Yes, sir.
So this table will be automatically created for us.
Created.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I think we have done the most part of it. So task entity, the status, to do, in progress, these all will be fields, so we can add them here, or maybe status and so on, right?
Yes.
So I think we are good to go and start building it. We will come back to this diagram in a while once we need it. Okay, so the first thing is, as I said, for people, the user table, we already have the system, we can add users like this. Okay,
Yes.
and then in the content types, we will create a content type, we will call it project, and save and create field. Okay, so what are the fields for
Project title.
project? Title comes default, ID
Yes,
this
sir.
also comes default. So in description we will add who is the author, so this is also default. Do you know, once you create a content type, there is a author column in the database already, so that the person who adds the content, we can track his ID, and is it active or not, and
Yes,
the
sir.
status,
Status.
done or incomplete or something like this. Okay, so we create a field for description. So description is going to be formatted text. Description, it should be this, and continue, and maybe basic HTML, and save. Clear?
Yes, sir.
The next field should be, yes, so status active, or maybe a project is temporarily halted or something like this, so we need a boolean field. Continue, active, and save. Then there can be another type of field also, status. So what can be in the status field? It can be
Select list.
a selection list also, taxonomy also, whatever, it all depends upon you. So in the selection list, you will list text status in progress or something like this. Add another
Pending.
pending, or maybe pending approval, the project is pending approval, it has not yet started, and completed. Good. Maybe that active also was not needed, we can have used these, but still this, and save. So these 3 fields are the ones we needed for projects. What else we can have in the projects? Okay, start date, due date,
Yes, sir.
and status, team members, and project manager. Okay, so now we need a start date
Yes, sir.
and due date.
Due date.
So which field we will create? Date.
Yes.
We'll call it start date, and date and time we will make it just date
Yes.
and save, and then the due date, due date, and save. Clear?
Yes.
Okay, who should be assigned these generally we can create a field here also, but I normally like something like this, because project can be assigned to more than one users also. So in the table here, this is the project table. If I create another table here, project assignment, project assignment, it will have 2 or 3 columns, 2 columns or 3 columns, whatever. So I want to assign this project to more than one user.
Yes.
Okay, so what can we do? PID, project ID, and user ID. So this is an entity reference field. Okay, sorry, this is separate table for junction.
Yes, sir.
So a project can be assigned to more than one user. So for example, this is 1 and 1 and 1 and 2. So what does this mean? This project is assigned, one number project is assigned to
More than
1 and 2.
Yes.
Okay, so we can do it in 2 ways, and let me just show you. First I will create a field. So I will create a new field, and what field it will be inside the project?
Reference.
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 And reference to user entity, and label is assigned to user, and save. One thing I just saw which we should not have, where is it? This, we should not include the anonymous user. Save. Okay, so if I go to content, add content, and project now, so this is the field so far, the form so far: title, description, active, status, whether it is in progress, pending, approval. These are start date, end date, and assigned to. So here we can choose. Right now we just have one user, so this, and save.
Yes.
But this is a good structure, not bad. But normally, personally, I don't like to edit something and then add users. I will always have to edit something and add users. For example, I can assign this to 20 users, so I will have always to come to the project, edit it, and save it. So this is one of the ways we can do it. If you want to, I can go with this one. It's not bad, but we can even create a separate table, a content type, and I will call it project assignment. Remember, that is project, and this one will be project assignment. Okay, and save this. Okay, so what field should we have here?
The project ID.
Project,
And user ID.
project, and user. Very good. So here this is very tricky, so just concentrate. So we will have 2 reference fields here.
Yes, sir.
One should be
With the content.
user, select user,
Yes, sir.
and the second field will be
Yes, sir. Project.
select project, and that again will have to be
Content. Yes.
Content.
That will be content.
content, select project, right? Of type which one? Project,
Yes.
and save. So these 2 fields were needed to create this table, the PID and this project assignment. I will call it project assignment. It has one more advantage also. Can you tell me what? For example, I want to assign, while I was assigning a project to a person, okay, I needed to write some remarks also. or maybe the date I wanted to know which date this assignment was done. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so I can add those fields also.
Yes, sir.
So we will add those fields so that you know why this second table was important. So if I create this, and I will create a formatted text, and this one is this create remarks. Okay, and then we don't need to have that date, because when this is created,
Yes, sir.
automatically we'll have the created date in Drupal entities. So if I go to content, add content, and right now we have no projects entered, but if I go to project assignment, so I will have to select a user, maybe this, and select a project. That's
Yes,
it.
sir.
And then the remarks, please complete this before this and that and whatever,
Yes.
or maybe even the maybe some summary of the project or whatever, so I can have written this and save it.
Yes, sir.
So we have a record. One thing you can notice, and that is the title is red, and honestly this is redundant, we don't need the title field.
Yes, sir.
But this is a limitation in the node system, because you cannot remove title field from nodes.
Content type.
Maybe we can hide it, but again we need to have some value in it. Okay,
Yes.
so we need to do something with this.
Also, can we use drop downs over here?
Yeah, we can quickly just go to content types and the project assignment, manage fields,
Manage form display.
and it should be by instinct now.
Yes, sir.
So manage form display, and you will have to change the widget style. It is autocomplete, and you will have to change it to selectless, and this one also. With just 2 clicks,
Yes.
you are able to change the form style. And if I go now to content, project assignment, and they will be there.
Yes, sir.
This one is empty because we have not added any project yet.
Alright, yes.
Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, one thing, maybe I take some time doing this project because I want to show you a lot of tricks in this. Otherwise it can be over in 15 minutes also. Okay, so just be patient. Okay, so as I said, there is a problem with title, and the title needs to be hidden, but Drupal needs it. Okay,
Yes.
so we'll do something with it. Let me first install a few modules which you should always have on Drupal site, and one of them is we also token Drupal. We already have used it in the
Yes, sir.
this one. Okay, so I will install token. This is ddiv composer require token. So this can be used in a lot of scenarios, even for path auto or many other things also. Ddiv -en token, and then while you are developing site, we should have dwell module.
Yes, sir.
So we can use ddiv Drupal.
Composer.
So composer require dwell. It will be Drupal dwell, sorry, 0. Okay, so that's also done. Then
Enable it.
ddiv -en
Double.
dwell and dwell underscore generate, I think it is, both modules. And did we enable the token also? ddiv -en
Yes, sir.
token.
Token has been enabled.
Okay, already installed.
So
These
path
two modules were needed for some functionality, so we will need it. And then, as I said, the title field is not needed right now. I will have to add some title. Maybe in an assignment I will add something just dummy, and then select a user, and then select a project and save it. Okay, but I don't need the title, so I need to automatically create it. I want this title to be automatically created for me. And for that, there is a module entity auto label. By the way, the technical term for titles in entity system in Drupal is entity auto label, automatic entity label. This one. And in Drupal, on Drupal.org, you can see the popularity of module via reported installs. There will be even millions of installs, but they don't report it. But 49,364 sites have reported using this module.
Yes.
Okay, so I will just copy, and even the name shows what does it do. Entity, auto entity label.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
and technical term for titles is label in entity system. So the node's title actually is label.
Yes.
Similarly, taxonomy's name is a label. So I will install this module also, ddev this. Right, the next step is, let me create a project first. Content types, because we need to, and let me also create some users. So I will create a user. By the way, before creating users, we will create rules, and one of them is project manager. Right, and then another role may be task manager. These are two roles. Okay, so I will create a new user, name him afaq at drupak.com. Username is afaq. Password is 123456 123456, and I will give him the project manager role. Okay, and save. And similarly, I will create another user, shahab at drupak.com. Shahab 123456 123456, and he also will be, and maybe he is a task manager also, and save. So two users have been created. Now I will create what? A project. Add content, project, and project is Tailwind CSS based design template. Description, some lorem ipsum. We need to have some, and this is active status is, maybe right now I will make it in progress, but you can have anything. And the date, start date is going to be 23 this, and due date is something after 23, maybe in just 8 days he will have to complete this. Okay, assigned to, this is that field extra which I will delete at the end. I will leave this one empty and save it. So the first project has been created. Now I want to assign the project to FAQ. What I will do? I will go to
Project assignment, content type.
exactly. So add content,
Content. Yes.
project assignment.
Yes.
So here I will have a title, and again this title is redundant. We don't need it. Then Shahab, maybe select user Afaq, and the project is this. Remarks, please complete it before April, and save. I will save it. But this title is redundant. Something we need to do for this.
Yes, sir.
That's why we installed the automatic entity label. And as I said, a module never announces itself where once it is installed. So it will have a peculiar area where you will go and just make some settings. So if any guesses where will this setting be?
Manage field.
Manage field or manage display.
Manage form display.
Yeah,
Yes,
something like this.
sir.
So even I don't remember it, but I will go to content types, and which content type?
Yes, sir.
Project assignment.
Project assignment.
And here if you go, you will go to manage display or manage form display.
Manage form display. Yes.
Title, let me just check where the setting is. It is somewhere here, but if something is not
So
visible,
I think you are not enabling it.
oh maybe
You haven't yet enabled it. Module.
entity, yes, it needs to be enabled, so you can enable the module from the extend screen also. Save, Now if I go to structure, content types, project manage, here it has even a setting from this drop down manage automatic entity labels, but you can directly come here as well. If you come to manage fields, so you will have the automatic label settings here, right? So it has these 4 or 5 settings. What are they? Disabled. Right now it is disabled. Let me zoom it in for you. Automatically generate the label and hide the label field. Automatically generate the label if the label field is left empty.
Yes, sir.
And automatically pre-fill the label. Which one you would like to have?
Yes, sir.
The second one. Automatically generate the label and hide the label field. Means the title will be hidden, but it will generate the label automatically for us. So what should the pattern of the title be? It should be new project assignment for, okay, here I want to have the name of the user who for whom the title is project is being assigned to. So I can browse tokens here, and the current node, the field name is assigned to, this is that field. And if I click on it, that's the power of token module. It will be, if you remember this name, very good. Otherwise token module helps you with these things.
Yes.
So the new project assignment for this, new project assignment for of project, which project? The reference project title.
Yes, sir.
So again I will click on the browse tokens nodes, and here select project or something like this. We have a field where it is select project, this one,
Project, yes.
and that's it. So now the automatic label will be, title will be new project assignment for this user of project.
Yes, sir. This has been will be created.
Whatever, okay, and save. No, we have made the setting. Now hopefully if I come to add content and project assignment, now you can see the title has gone.
Yes.
Because of that setting. And I will just use the maybe for Shahab, I'm assigning this relevant base and some remarks. Please do it before April, and I will save it.
Yes.
So what do you think will be the effect of this? If I save it, the title will be automatically generated for us, and that's it. And even you can see here, initially once Drupal saves a node, it redirects it to the node page. So new project for our project Tailwind has been created. Did we select the, maybe there is some problem with the for of the name has not been picked. Structure, content types, entity auto label settings, and it is node field assigned to, okay, this is not that field actually.
That will be other, sir.
Let me just check the field. Content types, manage fields, select user. It is select user actually. So field underscore select user,
Yes, sir.
and save it. So if I edit it, maybe it will take effect, who knows. Yes, so you can see new project assignment for Shahab of project
Yes, sir.
Tailwind CSS based sentence. So we have automated the title generation because we didn't need it. Now any assignment you do for the project, the title will be automatically generated for you. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
So coming back to the diagram, what we have done is we have covered the user part, because mostly the user part, because we'll have to create the created by now. So we have created the user part because Drupal comes with the user management system automatically. Similarly, the roles, one of the guys pointed out about roles, so we also have created the roles table, and let me add it here also. Roles. So for example, RID, name, 1 is admin, 2 is project manager, and so on. And how to assign a role to a user, it will have a third table.
Role user.
Role user, the junction. It will be role user, table.
Is it necessary to have a different tables?
For
We can have another column of the role
here in the users.
in the users.
So again, that is if a user has more than one role. So it will be UID and role ID. For example, one number user has one role, one has two role, one has three role, and two has one role, something like this. So this means this one user who is the admin has all these three roles. One too many. Is it clear? So all these three things are covered because this all the functionality is in Drupal core. You don't need to do anything extra.
Yes, sir.
Right? The roles are there, the user system is there. Okay.
Yes.
So these three are automatically done. The projects we have done, and the project assignment also we have done. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
So this part is done. Now we need to have tasks and the task junction table. So we'll create a task table, a content type now.
Yes, sir.
Structure, content types, add content type, tasks, task, right? And save. The task will have title is by default with any node, then description. So we already have a description field somewhere else also in one of the other content types. So what should we do?
Yes, sir.
Reuse it. Good. Structure, content types, task, manage field. So this reuse an existing field is for
Yes, sir.
borrowing a field from other content types. So we will check it, and this is
Description.
where it is, description field, this one,
Field.
field description. So we can reuse it and save. So this has been
Yes.
saved. The field has been created. What else do we have? So for tasks, it should have description, project, entity reference to project, which project this task belongs to, and who is the user this task is being assigned to.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and so on. So we can do these as normal entity references now.
Yes.
Just save time. And then the status also, to do, in progress, under review, and completed. The priority, low, medium, high, critical, and due date. Okay.
Yes.
So we can create these fields now in Drupal. So what are those? Due date. So due date, again we can borrow from
Yes, sir. From project.
the project. So content types, tasks, manage fields, and here we will call it due date, so we can reuse it. Next,
Reference field.
for project. So create a reference field, and the reference field again we can reuse. How? Because we have,
So we have used in the project assignment. Yes, sir.
yes, so the same field we can reuse, and we will go to manage fields, reuse, and select project, this one. That's the beauty. Rather than creating a new field and table, we can reuse the existing one. So select project is also there, and then the user
Yes, sir.
to whom this is going to be assigned,
So that can also be reused.
so that can also be reused,
Yes, sir.
and that will be select user
Yes, sir.
and save. Okay, these 4 things are done. What else is left?
Status.
Status.
Yes,
Yes,
status, progress.
yes. So status, to do, in progress, under review, and completed. Let us take this as taxonomy
Okay.
to make things easier. Okay, and priority, low, medium, high, and critical. These can be list text also,
So
and taxonomies also. It all depends upon you, but I will go with, for status I will go with taxonomy, so that you can practice taxonomies. So here I will create a what? In the taxonomies we will create vocabulary, and we'll call it task status, and add terms as to do. Initially it will be in to do, then in progress, then
and
completed,
under review. So
under review, and one should be overdue.
yes,
Save. Right?
yes, sir.
Now what next? I mean, I need to show this taxonomy in the on the form for
Reference field of
Reference.
taxonomy.
so in the content types,
So the
task manage field, I will create a new field,
yes, sir, of reference. Taxonomy.
reference, continue. It is going to be status for and reference to taxonomy term,
Yes, sir.
continue. Okay, this is already here. Task underscore status, we will call it this. And which taxonomy should we refer? The task status,
Task status.
and save. Clear? So we have created a field for this. Maybe this is enough for now, or if you want to, we can create that other field, priority also, a low, medium, high, and critical. So maybe we don't need to create this one for now, and then, or if it is easy, we can quickly do it. So we'll create a taxonomy, add vocabulary, task, priority, add terms. What are they? Critical,
Yes.
critical, low,
Medium, high.
medium, high, low, medium, high. Okay, now I want to have this field on the task content type. How can I have it?
Reference field.
Task is manage fields, so add, create new, and this is going to be reference, task,
Priority.
priority. So what should I refer to? Taxonomy term, and which vocabulary? The
Task.
priority one,
Task priority.
and save. Clear?
Yes.
Okay, so this is also done. Maybe the due date. Okay, we already have added the due date, so task also is ready. So now let us come to this section. So all the data structure, all of this is ready now.
Yes, sir.
The data structure part is ready now. We need to gel things together. That's it. Okay, who should create projects? Who should
Project manager.
project manager?
Yes.
Who should create projects?
Project.
Project managers. One thing I forgot, and that is that created by thing.
Yes, sir. And the users.
And the project.
Yes, for example, if I go to the people right now, I am logged in as admin,
Yes, sir.
so I can create add user.
Yes.
Okay, and if you go to permission, there is, if I click user, so user has these permissions. And even here it has been informed that warning, give to trusted roles only. So if you give access of user creation or something to users, that can be dangerous also. Okay, so what we can do is we should have a role who can also create user, but we don't want to give these admin related roles to that particular user. Okay, also we want to know that which user created which user. So this field we have in the user table, this one created by, this is the next thing we want to do.
Yes.
Okay, and it should have its own permission, who should create a user. For that there is a module, that is we can do it ourselves also, but that will save some time. So user created by field, this is a module. User created by field, and if you click on this graphic, so it creates these two extra permissions. What are they? Edit user created by field, view user created by field. These two permissions we will give it to project manager also. But there is a problem with this, and that is, if you see, this module is only up to Drupal 10, and if we go to the issue queue, where are the issues? These. This is known as, we will once try to contribute something, we'll go through these issues in detail, but there is in the issue queue for user created by field module, there is this automated Drupal 11 compatibility fixes for user created. So if you click on it, there already is a patch, and if you apply the patch, it will actually make it usable by Drupal 11 also. But the module author has not yet merged it into the module. So what we can do is, and even if you click on the patch, you will know what changes. So the plus means this line will be added and this one will be removed, the minus one. So we just need to add this 11 to the module, and it will be installable in Drupal 11 then. Okay, just this one line of change.
Yes.
So right now what we can do is, as the module has not been merged, the patch is not merged, so we'll go to the module again and go to the view all releases. Manually we will download it, this one, download tar gz, right?
Yes.
So we'll download this module, and this is that. In fact, I already had it, so this one I will copy it. Where do we copy the modules manually? Sites default,
Yes,
sorry, sites contrib. Okay, I will just show you. So if I go to the site, this one, project, web, modules, contrib, whatever you download from Drupal.org, they will be saved in the modules contrib directory, and here we have all those modules which were downloaded via Composer.
Yes,
But this one is manual, and we have a. So if I open this module now, just in VS Code, so web, modules, contrib, and the user created by this. Each module has .info file where the version are given, requirements are given, this one. So here we just need to add this pipe and 11 so that it becomes compatible with Drupal. Rather, I will just remove it for now and show you something in the extend screen. So the requirements right now are 10. If you go to our site now, extend, and user created by, you can see this cannot be checked.
Yes.
and what it says, this version is not compatible with Drupal 11 the latest version, right?
Yes, sir.
So if we add this line again and save it and refresh the page, so you can see now it is compatible, and I will just quickly install it. So this has been installed, the module has been installed. So now it has some related permissions, that screen which we chose. So I will give it to project manager and project manager, edit and this apply. There are two more things we can do, and those are if we go to configuration, permissions, I think we do need to give that role. This one, user. So other than administrators, we should not give this user creation role to users, as I said before. So there also is something like user administer permissions Drupal module, something like this. I don't remember the name. Administer user create permissions Drupal create user permission, this one. And this also does not have the 11 version, so you can do the same like we did it for the previous module. So if you install this, there will be a separate user permission which you can give to the project manager, but right now to save time I will just give it to project manager also, administer users. Similarly, change this view user information, this is also important. So these two permissions I will give to project manager so that he can create users, and maybe in this one also view user email addresses and save, right? Now if we log out and log in as Afaq, who is a project manager, he will be able to create users, right?
Create users.
One more thing, if you remember, we have installed the Devel module, and Devel module comes with a block which is switch user block.
Yes, sir.
And I will place it in one of the sidebars. Switch user and save block. And what else we need to do with the switch user bar? Give permissions so that anonymous users can also use switch user block, because we cannot switch back to the admin or logged in session if these permissions are not there.
Yes.
Now if I go to the site, so this is the switch user block. If I log out and log in as Afaq, so you can see Afaq is now logged in. If I click on admin, so admin is logged in, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. For the sake of simplicity, and by the way, you might not have noted it, but if I go to structure and where was it, menus, so here this is the user account menu. Which menu is this one? If I click on it, you can see there are two things.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in this user account menu I can create a link, and I will create a link of create new user. Okay, and the new user link is, I think, admin / people. Let me just confirm. If I go to people, add user, so it's admin people create, admin people / create, this admin people create. This link will create give access to
Create a user.
create a new user. Okay, and save. Okay, if I go to the site now and log in as Afak, so right now,
Here is the manager.
okay, this one,
Yes.
create new user. If I click on it, add user, so now Afak can add users, right?
Yes.
But one thing, he cannot still give roles to the user. If I go to the admin again, so admin can give roles. So what do you think? Why should this be the reason?
Permission.
The permission
Good.
should not be allowed user to
So
use it.
if you go to permission again, so there is a permission for administer roles, something like this. This administer roles and permissions. So I will give this to manager also and save. Right?
Yes.
One more thing, Afak needs, who is the project manager, he needs to create projects also. He needs to create projects also. So again we will go to people, permissions, and node section, and then project. In the node section, projects, so I will give it to project manager and create new content. Project assignment is also for him. Delete any content. I will not give him delete any content because this is again dangerous.
Yes, sir.
Maybe he can delete projects of somebody else also. So we will give it to on. This on is important.
Yes,
Edit on content, delete on content, and delete on content assignment. And edit any is also dangerous. Project assignment edit any is dangerous. Edit on, and view revision. I will leave the revisions for now. Okay. So Afak now has
They told to create a project.
yeah. Also he needs to have task management also. So if we do the same for tasks, so create new content, delete, not delete but on, and edit on content, save. Is this clear?
Yes.
So if you come back to the site and I log in as Afak, so if you remember, if the path is node/add
Yes, sir.
slash content, so node/add slash project.
Project.
So now he can create the project,
Yes.
active, and so on. Okay, so is this clear?
Yes, sir.
And now we also give the role permissions to. So if I click on create new user, you can see there he can now add
Yes,
roles
sir.
also.
Yes.
He can now add roles also, and similarly he can add tasks. But the task and the links are not there. So let us do something for that, so that if when he logs in, that is visible to him also. I'll go to admin. This is admin toolbar probably. Let me just check, double check. Permissions, admin toolbar, okay. Use admin toolbar to manager also, and save. If I now log in as Afak, who is the project manager, so you can see that admin toolbar just relevant to him will be here.
Yes, sir.
And if I click on Afak, manage people, add user, okay, he can manage this. Maybe there is some, okay, administer content, overview page, some more permissions so that he can
Yes, sir.
see the add content link. So I log in as admin again, and then permissions,
Manage. First click on manage.
people, permissions. So administer administer content. I'll go to project manager also. If now he logs in as Afaq, so maybe Afaq. People, permissions, content, okay, so let's do it differently. If we install the toolbar module we had installed previously, so it will give us easy access to these links, but let us create them in the user menu over here. So if we go to structure, menus, and then maybe the user menu here, though it is this menu normally is for user account type of stuff, but we can add links here, and one of them can be add projects. So the path should be node add / project. Normally the node add paths are like these: node add and project, or maybe project. And similarly add link, add task,
or create
and node add / task, add create task. See, so now if we go to the site and try Afaq, and he can see the links because now he has the permissions to add these stuff. So add project, he can add projects, and create tasks, so he can create tasks, and he also has the ability to add the users also. Okay, so for example, Afaq has access now to this site. He will add users as well as projects and tasks. So let us create some users for example, Afaq is the head of some organization, right? So he will create users for his team. So let us create a few users. Bilal at drupak.com, Bilal, password maybe 123456. This is one of the toughest passwords, and he should be active. What role he wants to give to the user? So maybe task manager, because he wants to assign tasks to the user. And that's it. Let him create another one, and it will be Irfan at drupak.com. And also task manager, create account, right?
Yes.
Now this is for add project, right?
Yes.
And rather we also have another content type which is for assignment. Okay,
Assign project.
so if I go to admin and permissions, because right now maybe Afaq does not have permissions to add content to the this content type project assignment. So we'll go to people, permissions, assignment. So you can see this is create new content. Okay, he does have the project assignment. So maybe we can create one more link there.
Yes, sir.
Go there again, and maybe just structure, menus, user menu, edit menu, add link, assign projects,
Yes, sir.
assign tasks, maybe tasks, and the path should be node / project sorry, not slash add slash project dash assignment or something like this. Let me just check, double check. Content. Okay, content has moved here. Maybe add content. Project assignments, the path is project underscore assignment. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so it's going to be underscore assignment. Clear?
Yes.
So if we go now to our Fox account, and he will have assigned task link also.
Yes, sir.
So assigned task link, what it will do, it will open up that particular, select user and select project
Yes.
and assign maybe the remarks or whatever and save button. Why is this the problem? Maybe we need to set up the, because this section should be at the bottom of the page.
Yes, sir.
So how can we do it this
Manage
time?
form display.
Form display.
Form display for the,
Yes, sir.
and so we have switched back to admin, structure, content types and project form display.
Yes, sir.
So here we should have the button, where it is, title or published, all of it. I think we should have to move all of these to the top. Select user, select project and remarks, so maybe even further up. Select project, select user and remarks. Where are the remarks now?
Yes.
These are the three which should be at the top. So maybe we have fixed it, and even this problem may be in other content types also, which Afa can add. So let me change them as well. Manage form display, and or the best part will be to move these to the bottom of the screen. Published, and what else? Promoted to front page. These are the metadata kind of fields, so we don't need to change them. Okay, assigned to should be at the top. In fact, this field needs to be deleted because we didn't need it.
Yes, sir.
The due date, what else? Start date and authored on and authored by. These are also not needed. Probably this will be okay. Even if the button is above it, so we can save time and let it be there. We will save it. Okay. Okay, now if I go to the site and log in as Afaq and assign tasks, so he's able to assign tasks and the projects also. Okay, but right now he should have the users which he has created.
Yes.
Right now all the users are
Yes, sir.
being shown to him, even the admin.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so only he should be able to add those users which are
Created by.
which have been created by Afaq.
Yes.
So in custom PHP you also you had done this project, so how were you able to achieve it?
Sir, on the basis of that user ID.
User ID.
Yeah.
Very good.
So through self-referencing within a self-referencing table.
Exactly. First we should even see that in the database. So PDF PHP my admin. I think we don't have PHP my admin yet, so what we can do is ddev get ddev dash
Forward slash
ddev
dash PHP my admin.
my admin, and we will have to restart ddev as well. Restart. So any guesses how can we do it? Just guess, because this is a field.
At the end, we have to add another column of the user which created the other user.
Yes. So in custom code we will basically use where condition here,
Yes, sir.
so that only those users are. So if I ddf php myadmin. Actually I want to show you the table which can be used, and that table is a field created by the module which we installed. So if you go to the user, this is that field, so that junction table actually. If you go there, you can see entity ID 4 and 5. These are the new users actually. They have been created by the target ID is 22, means AFAQ.
Yes, sir.
So we can target this line
Yes, sir.
so that we can know which users have been created by AFAQ.
Sir.
Okay, so let's do it. Let us go to the views. Am I logged in with admin or yes, admin? So we'll go to structure. Sorry, why is it access denied? Because structure is not allowed for AFAQ,
Yes,
because
sir.
it's just a, it is allowed for
Admin.
admin. The structure, views, and create a new view. We will call it users created by project managers,
Yes.
not the admin. Okay, users created by project manager. So what should be the type? Users. And create, for now I will create a page and save and edit. Okay, so these are the users, and admin is logged in as the user. So how can I query on that?
Sir, on the basis of ID,
The fields in the filter.
filter criteria, sir.
Filter criteria.
Yes, sir.
So one way is, if you go to log, even here current means current user who is logged in.
Yes, sir.
So I will add this is equal to yes, apply. But this is not doing anything. Okay, I will remove it. There is a field, if you remember, created by.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so that field will be used to query that ID. So if one way is, if I add contextual filter, let us do it this way. So created by, this is that field, right?
Yes, sir.
Apply, provide default value, fixed. Here you can choose user ID from the logged in user.
Yes, sir.
So if the user is logged in, that will be the filter for that particular this.
Yes, sir.
So if you can see, the logged in user is admin, and admin has created some field. Okay, because Bilal and Irfan, these were created by AFAQ, who is the logged in user. And to test, you can just pass the parameters here. So the ID of AFAQ is 2, so it is returning the
Yes, sir.
same results. It means if you need to create a view which is based upon the logged in user's ID, so what you can do in the contextual filters, on a particular field you can use this option, user ID from the logged in user. Okay, so it will query it on the it will match the UID column of any entity or whatever the field with the logged in user. Clear?
Yes.
Okay, so this is a page. This is a page. And I don't want a page, because why were we doing it? Anybody? We want only the logged in user
Yes, sir.
to have all the users created by him.
Yes, sir.
So this is not what we want. We don't want a page actually.
Yes.
If we want something on the page for logged in, then it is okay, but we need it for this field actually.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So this is the intelligence which views has. So it has a new display type, and that is known as entity reference.
Yes.
What?
Entity.
Entity reference. So you can use this tab now to create something, a view. So it actually has one extra setting, and if you go to this setting here, it searches the by username. This is a setting required for entity reference type of views.
Yes.
And we will save it. Now the same, if we click Afaq, so these two have been created by Afaq, right? So this view has been created. Now, just as you are now experienced enough Drupal developers, how can I change this value so that that view is, where will be the setting normally?
Sir, go to the manage form display and then change the setting to reference entity.
Very good, something like that.
Yes, sir.
You should guess it properly. That's how Drupal developers are. So if you go to, is it admin or okay, structure, content types,
Yes.
that Bilal, that user field is in assignments, right?
Yes, sir.
Manage fields. So here we have to be just a bit different. If I edit the select user field, this is that field. If we edit it, so here the reference type is by default. If you reference a field, the type is default, okay?
Yes, sir.
But here second option is views filter by an entity reference view. So this is the setting which is then required. The entity reference view means the view which has the type of this entity reference. Add, this is that entity reference field.
Yes, sir.
So whenever you need a view for such field types, so you will have to create this entity reference display type, and then it will be available here. And how intelligent it is, if I select it, so it will only show me those types which are just entity reference.
Yes.
So you can see just this one,
Yes, sir.
because we have other views also, but this is only shown, and that's it. Even you can pass arguments, contextual filters here, but because we already have used the option logged in user, so automatically that will be filtered for us and save. Got it?
Yes,
So
sir.
that setting has been done. If you now go to Afaq and create add assign tasks, so now only two values are there. Clear? So that's how you personalize or customize content fields entity reference based on the logged in user.
Yes.
So now only those users who are logged in and they have created some users, only those will be shown to them. Similarly, it should be select projects.
Yes, sir.
So only those projects which should be visible which this project manager has created.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let me just first create a few project. Add project. We are logged in as a FAQ. So PHP project. Description. I always forget to add lorem ipsum extension to the, but okay, assigned to, here also we need to change it to,
Yes, sir.
but in fact we had to delete this field if you remember. So let's do it first. This is a confusion. Create project, structure, content types, project, manage fields, assigned to, let me delete this field because we have created the project assignment content type for this. And I will log in as a FAQ. Now if I go to add project, so PHP project, this is description, whatever it is, date, start is 6, end is 21, active, and status is in progress or whatever, and save. So this is one project, and now FAQ if creates another one, it will be Laravel project. This is Laravel project, and 28 active and in progress and save. Now he has created two projects, right?
Yes.
And if you go to assign tasks, so here all the three are being shown to him. Only these two should be visible to him.
Yes, sir.
So let us repeat the same process for
Projects.
this. So what we will do, we will go to admin and structure, view, projects, we will call it projects
Yes, sir.
created by project manager, right?
Yes.
We can create this, and what should we choose? Only the projects, content of type projects, right? And save and continue. Okay, here this is page, it won't serve our purpose. What should we do? Add an entity reference type, this one, and the setting should be name or title, because it searches it by that. And then what else? Because each node has a UID column in it. How can you confirm this? If you go to DB, any node table, or in fact any entity, so this is the field data, it has an author field somewhere created by UID, sorry, this is that UID field. So we can filter on this UID column directly. Okay, so in the view, this is that view we are creating. So sorry, not this one, this is that. So in entity reference, we will do what we will do, contextual filter on the UID column. This is that sorry, not UUID, author. It is called author in Drupal, authored by content. Okay, so this is that entity reference field we need to check and apply. Provide default value fixed. So what should we use? Logged in ID. It actually takes the ID from the session,
Yes, sir.
who is logged in, and apply. Okay, now we can check. Look, we are logged in as admin, so only that is shown right
Yes,
now.
sir.
But if I change it to 2 is AFAC, so only Laravel projects and PHP, because AFAC has created them,
Yes.
and save. So that also is done now. What's the next step?
So go content type.
Yeah, so structure, content types, projects,
Yes, sir.
manage fields, sorry, not the project, assign project assignment, and this is that field we need to
Yes, sir.
change. We
Edit.
will edit, and here
Change
the
default.
type should be this one,
Yes, sir.
entity reference view. And now it has two views, entity filter by entity reference view, and okay, and even look at it, it is not getting the user view we created. Why?
Yes, sir.
Because it knows that this is the content type view, right? So only that type of view has been selected, and save. Now if we go and log in as a FAQ and click on assign tasks, so hopefully only those two projects which FAQ has created are there.
Yes, sir.
Is this clear?
Yes.
Okay, the next step is, so let us assign some tasks, projects, right?
Yes.
Assignment and Bilal and project, and Bilal, please supervise this project. So Bilal has been assigned a project, not a task actually.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so maybe we can do in future something with it, but at least Bilal will become the member for this project.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and save. And remember, how were we able to achieve this? It has been automatically created
Yes,
with
sir.
the entity auto label.
Yes.
Similarly, if we assign another one to Bilal,
Assign task.
assign project, assign task, okay, and it is Laravel. This is about assigning Laravel project to Bilal, and save.
Yes.
Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now Bilal has two tasks. Okay, Bilal is a task manager, I think. In admin screens, in admin, if you go to people, so who is Bilal? Bilal is a task manager,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay, now we need to have some dashboards, so that if a project manager logs in, or a task manager logs in, they will have different stuff.
Yes, sir.
So let us first create a dashboard for task manager.
Yes.
Okay, and there is a module dashboard Drupal, and it is part of the Drupal CMS also, even it has been mentioned here. Okay, so we will download this and PDF composer required dashboard. PDF brush en dashboard. It will it is dependent upon the core layout builder also, so it will also enable that module. Normally if a module is dependent upon other module, that module also gets installed once you enable that one. Okay, so if we now go to structure, so we will have dashboard also. Okay, I will create a dashboard, call it task managers dashboard, and save this edit layout, and just like we had, so we will add sections. Section should be of 2 columns. 50-50 is fine for now. Add section. So these are 2 sections.
Yes, sir.
Here on the right side I want to do something, and on the left side I also want to do something, right?
Yes,
So but first I want the projects assigned to me. Projects assigned to
yes, sir.
me.
Task manager.
So how can I do that? How can I create that view? I will leave it the dashboard here, and we will go to the view. So structure, from which content type I will know that the project has been assigned to me.
Assign project.
Assignment,
Yes, sir.
right?
Assign project. Yes, sir.
And how will I know that? How can I compare the ID? Let me just quickly create a table, because before without it I want to know the project assigned to me. Okay, so for example, this is project assignment table. It has 2 records, and the user logs in. So this ID will be compared in this table, where the logged in ID is equal to the user ID in project assignment. So what it will give? It will give 2 project IDs,
Yes,
right? The projects which are assigned to this logged in user. So we will create a view, structure, views, add view, maybe project assigned to me, projects assigned to me, or logged in user. So content of type, which one? Project assignment.
Yes, sir.
And I will create a block, because dashboard has its own path, and we want to place a block on the
Yes, sir.
maybe 10. Okay, so this is a block. It right now is showing all the 3 entries
Yes, sir.
in the assignment,
Yes.
right? But I don't want all the 3. First I also need to get the field for select project, if you remember, and it appears in project assignment. So now it will show all the projects also with it: Laravel project, PHP project, and Bilal has been only assigned these 2 projects,
Yes, sir.
right? I don't want the title, so I will remove it. So these are the project names now, right? Now whosoever is logged in, how can I filter now?
Sir, on the
Contextual.
basis of ID and
Yeah, so
why
it has
contextual filter.
a field on the field, basically this field,
Yes, sir.
but not this. Let me add the user field, or select user, and not it also appears in
Assign.
project assignment, even in the task also label. Okay, so you can see Bilal, these 2 have been assigned, this one has been assigned to Bilal, and this one also to Bilal, and this one to Shahab,
Yeah.
right? Now how can I filter? I have to filter based on this user actually, where user ID is the logged in user ID.
Yes,
So
sir.
this field will be used in the
contextual.
contextual filter.
Yes, sir.
So select user,
Mhm.
this is select user, right? And apply, provide default value,
Yes, sir.
user ID from the logged in user,
Logged in
and
user.
apply, right? So here now, why am I not seeing any?
So
Please.
we have to provide an ID for
Yeah, because we are logged in as admin right now, so
Yes.
we are not seeing it. But if somebody is logged in, for example, no, what's the what's Bilal's ID? Let me check.
4.
It's 4, yes, and Shahab's ID is 3.
Yes.
So if we check 4, so only those 2 projects are there.
Yes, sir.
If we check 3, who is Shahab, so
Yes, sir.
only that one project is there. Now we just need the name of the projects, not the user ID, so I will remove this one and save. Okay, so if double check 4 if it is working, yes, larva and this,
Yes, sir.
and we'll make it as HTML list and apply. So these are the 2, save. Okay, now if you go to the dashboard, this where it is was this one, task managers is. So here on the right I want to show add now my project section, so it will be a view actually. So you can come to the view section, project assigned to me, right?
Yes, sir.
And add block and save. Where is save?
Save the
Dashboard layout. Okay, now if the path to dashboard is admin slash, I think dashboard something, project assigned to me, structure, yes, is fine. Okay, so project assigned to me, if I now log out as log out from admin screen, admin user, and log in as Bilal, right? Now I am logged in as Bilal, and the path is admin slash dashboard. Access denied because we need to set permissions for that particular user. If I go back to edit layout and manage permissions, so who should be able to visit the, it should be project manager, task manager, and save permissions. Now if I go to Bilal again and admin slash dashboard, so this is Bilal's dashboard and project assigned to me. These are the 2 projects. In the dashboard there can be anything on the left and right also, so we will add those stuff as well. Okay, is this clear?
Yes.
The next step is, okay, so projects assigned to me, if Bilal logs in, so all the projects which are assigned to him will be shown to him. Similarly, we should have one view for tasks assigned to me. Okay, so if the user logs in, you should be able to see the tasks which the project manager has assigned to him. So for this, first let us assign some projects to Bilal. Log out and log in as Afaq, because Afaq can be, let me log in as Afaq and log in. I think we have made a mistake. It should be assigned projects rather than assigned tasks. This view, assigned task should be a separate, it should be task. So let us first make this correction. How can we do it? We'll go back to admin, structure, menus, user menu, edit menu, and I will change this assign tasks to assign projects, and create a new link which will be assign tasks, and the link should be /node/add/task. Save. Now if I go to Afaq, and here the assign projects will assign projects to a user,
Yes.
and this is assign task. So here we create, please improve the layout of the home page. This is going to be a task. The save button is above, but so this is description, who the user is, and we by the way need to change it to the same setting, but I will leave this one for now as the open one, but you need to create a view for this also, and or maybe the setting we can, this is the same field, so we can just change the setting. Similarly for the project, so I will assign it in the project, PHP project, and this status is active,
Pending or
in progress,
Yes.
and priority is critical, for
Yes,
example,
sir.
and save button is here, we'll save it. So one task has been assigned to Bilal. Similarly, maybe another task also in another project. So I will assign a task, please complete footer, and this is the detail of the task. User should be Bilal again, and the project is maybe Laravel project, and this is this status is in progress, or maybe this is also critical, and we will save it. So we have assigned two tasks to. Now I will have to log in as admin to create a view, because Afaq does not has the view creation permissions. So we'll go to add, create new view, my task, or the task assigned to me, and we should create a block because we are going to show it on the dashboard, right? Maybe 10 records, save and edit, and we can make it HTML list from here,
And select the contents.
or maybe the table, and you can choose it later on as well, but here we will choose the task
Yes.
and save. So it is going to be in the form of table. These are titles of the tasks, and now my question again is, what should be the contextual filter? The
project
select
name.
user,
Yes.
select user field should be
Yes.
logged in user. Select user, this is the select user field, and it should be provide default value, fixed, it should be logged in, apply. So right now there are no, but if we check 4, because Bilal is 4 and he has 2. Okay, I also want to see the project
Yes.
this task belong to, so select project, and it appears in the task as well,
Yes.
and we will just make it project, apply. Similarly, we also want the due date, it is in the format, and maybe the due date is that, or some custom date, maybe
The
this one,
project.
HTML time, apply. What else?
So, status.
The status and
Priority.
so status, and we can check more than one field in one, so priority, task priority, and save, apply. So all of these are the records now in the table, and save. Okay, the next step is, what is the next step?
So to place this block. Yes.
Good, in the dashboard.
Yes.
So if you go to dashboard, edit layout, in the right, maybe here, or what if we add it to the top, because the table is a large one, so it should have a bigger
Yes, sir.
section. So I will click on the add this one column, and here we will add the tasks assigned to me and add block. Clear?
Yes.
And we will save the dashboard. Now if we go to admin dashboard, this one, so task assigned to me and project assigned to me, these are two things. Why are they not showing? Because we are logged in as admin,
Yes.
not as Bilal,
Yes.
and admin's ID is 1, so it is not showing any record.
Yes, sir.
So if we go back to the site, log in as Bilal, and then we go to
Dashboard.
admin/dashboard, so you can see these are the projects assigned to Bilal, and these are the tasks assigned to Bilal, and these are the projects assigned to Bilal.
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Yes.
And if we remove this block, so, or maybe if in some other template we can have a larger content this region, and this view will be wider, but for now you can see this is the dashboard for Bilal. Okay, now let me log out, or maybe switch to admin and log out and log in as Bilal. So Bilal 1 2 3 4 5 6 and log in. Okay, so by default he redirects to the admin dashboard. That's the default behavior of the dashboard. Okay, so whosoever logs in, for example, even if Afaq logs in and I log out now, if I log in as Afaq 1 2 3 4 5 6 login, so even he is redirected to the main dashboard,
Yes, sir.
right? But for Afaq, who is the project manager, we want to create another
View.
dashboard. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so what we will do is we will go to admin, structure, dashboards. We can have more than one dashboard. This is, and we will create one for project manager dashboard. Okay, so project manager dashboard should be, also we should have a layout, and the layout should be, if we edit the layout and create a section, maybe 3 columns, and add section. This is 3 column layout, and even at the top we can have some section, but here I want to show all the users added by me, because he's the project manager, so he
Yes,
should
sir.
know who the users are.
Yes, sir.
So for that, what should we do?
Create a view.
Create a view. Rather, we already have a view, and we will create a block of that view. Project, what was that? Users. So users created by project, and yes, users created by project manager. We already have this view, but it is entity reference, so we will edit it. Here we need to add a block, or maybe if I click on entity reference and duplicate as block, so it will copy a lot of this stuff. So here I will use HTML list, this block, or overridden, apply. The rest of the settings are the same. Why? Because the contextual filters has been copied from the entity reference view we created. And if I just test two, so Bilal and Irfan are
The user which
the ones created, right?
Created by
So now we need to, this block has been created, we will save it, and we will go to this section in his project. So projects, users created by project manager, and add and save. Now if we how to check the path for the dashboard, right? So if you go to this dashboard, this is that path. If I click on project manager dashboard, so here the user is created. So the path is admin dashboard, project manager dashboard, this
Yes,
one.
sir.
Okay. And one thing, if you go to the settings and go to project manager dashboard, who should be able to edit layout for manage permissions? So who should be able to go to the dashboard, this dashboard?
Project manager.
Project manager,
Yes, sir.
and save permission. Now I will log out as log out from the admin and log in as Afaq. Log out, log in. 1 2 3 4 5 6. So you can see there is a problem because Afaq can have access to both the dashboard, task manager dashboard and project manager dashboard. So if he goes to the project manager dashboard,
Yes, sir.
here he can see all the users added by him, right?
Yes,
But he can check the task manager's dashboard also. This should not be there. We will have some remedy for it, but right now we want Afaq, once he logs in, because he's the project manager, he should go to this dashboard directly. Okay,
yes.
so how can we do it? In normal PHP, if some user logs in, what will we do? He should be redirected to his particular dashboard. So the next thing which we will do is, once Afaq logs in, who is the project manager, he should be directly redirected to the project manager dashboard, and this one should be skipped. So this is something which we will do next, but not in this lecture, the next lecture, because this is now quite a lot. And see you soon in the next part of this project management application and a lot of further Drupal. So see you next time. Thank you so much.